You don't choose the path you walk. Sometimes it chooses you. Have you ever wondered how close we came to never seeing this series at all? Tonight, we take a walk down memory lane. A story about a video game franchise that refused to die. Stay with me for dance, drinks with friends, and a twist to the franchise you might not have known existed. Back in the early 2000s, SEGA was in a slump. And then Toshiro Nagoshi walks in with a pitch no one wanted to hear. A game set in Japan's criminal underworld. Dark, gritty, and emotional. The response was, it's too niche, too violent, and too Japanese. He was told no, again and again. No, no, no. Until finally, someone said yes, but on a shoestring budget. In the early 2000s, SEGA was on a losing streak. The Dreamcast had flopped, and the company was drifting. It needed a hit. Fast. Enter the aforementioned Toshiro Nagoshi. My apologies if I'm absolutely butchering his name. He was a flamboyant creative with a punk streak and a love for Japanese nightlife. He pitched a game that defied everything the industry was chasing. A deeply Japanese story rooted in honor, betrayal, and violence. A world around hostess clubs, karaoke bars, and gang turf wars. A protagonist who didn't shoot guns, but settled things with his fists. In short, it was cinematic Yakuza noir. Not action-packed, not a global blockbuster. So we're gonna take a little pause, a little break from the gaming history to play some dance. We're gonna play 501 because that's the standard that I'm used to playing. It looks like I'm up first, and hopefully this goes well. Hopefully we can win. If you don't want to watch me win at dance or lose at dance, then you can skip ahead, obviously. I'll put some time markers in the video. But stick around because, as you can see, I'm not very good. And there is a very high chance that I am going to lose this.
Darn it.
Okay. So it looks like first round she is already beating me.
Darn it.
What's her name? Lyko. Is that right? Is that how I pronounce it? Lyko. So she's obviously gonna be better than me to start with, but I'm sure I can bring it back. I didn't actually, when I did my first playthrough of this game, I didn't actually do any of the mini games, I don't think, except for some of the gacha or UFO gacha games, I think they call it in this. The claw machine, I guess. What do you call those in your country, wherever you're from? The claw machines, the gacha. Okay. So she is closing in on over 100 points ahead of me on this. We're only on round 2. We've got 10 rounds. If you're not familiar with how darts works, there's 10 rounds. This is set to 501. So you need to get exactly 501 to win. If you go over 501, then you go bust, and you just have to keep going until you get 501. And I guess my strategy is to get the highest amount of points at the beginning and then finesse it down. I am aware as I'm saying this that I think the highest amount of points is a triple 20, and I've been going for bull. Triple 20 will be 60. I think I'm memory serves maybe bull is 50. I'm not really a darts player in real life. Used to be back in the day. Let's see if we can get this. Oh, okay, nice. And before we go back to the more the scripted history that I'm talking about, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone who's commented on any previous videos and support coming in so far. I really love making these. And it's really fun to do the research on games that, we all love. Whether or not they're new games or old games, I don't really mind. As long as they're ones that, are interesting. And I love to, okay, I'm up next. I love to listen to lore-based ASMR or history-based ASMR, especially about games, just to relax in the evening, maybe a drink in hand and my phone in one hand and a drink in the other, and just relaxing, listening to this in the background. And now we have darts as well to go with it, so it's perfect. Perfect night in, perfect night out. Okay. Bullseye. We're halfway through now, round 5. I've also recalibrated the mic. I don't know if it sounds better or worse than it did previously.
Good.
I don't know how you feel about this. It's a bit quieter, I think, than it was before.
Time to seal the deal.
Okay, we're kind of past the halfway mark on this now. Starting to close in. There's only 50 points between us. And, but I've still got a good feeling about this. I guess she's super easy, like in terms of being this easy mode. Because I think I would have lost by now. But I'm gaining traction. So 2-3-5 versus 2-3-4. But I was first up, so technically she's still winning. Lyko is still winning. So hats off to her. It's better than me so far.
My turn.
But a really good player would just obviously get triple 20s until, they're down to the last few shots. And I haven't looked at the platinum for this. I wonder if you need to complete any of these games to a high level. Okay, I've gotten a couple of bullseyes on this. It's not the worst. It's quite hard to concentrate right now. And sometimes it's just way off. this nice one, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, 3 rounds left.
Oh, come on.
After this, 2 rounds, I guess.
Turn it.
Gotta relax.
And she's not doing much better than me. Lyco's not doing much better. Does she appear anywhere else in the game? I don't remember.
177.
Did I trigger this somehow? Okay, it's getting easier. If I can get a couple of bulls or triple 20s, I can easily take this now.
Nice.
Yes! Yes! That's exactly what we wanted. And that's put us ahead by far. Okay. Up there for the hat trick. Only 27 left. That can obviously be cleared in one round. So now it's just whether or not I can do it.
Turn it.
Whether or not I can beat this
Turn it.
game. It would be nice to do.
Nice.
Especially first time. Especially for this video. So she's on 58. So can I do it like I said? If I go over it's bust. So really I just want to go for 20 and 7. That would be the easiest. So go for 20. No.
Nice.
Okay. So we just need 7 to win. Should be in the bag. They need to put a reaction on Kasuga. Because there's no way he would be that calm in that situation.
Turn it.
Okay, and now Lyco is on 25.
Time to seal the deal.
So technically winning, but I can win it this round. I just need, as before, I need 20 and 7.
Seriously?
Need to concentrate. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay, we win. We won. And the relationship meter says I'm now friends with Lyco. Very nice, good, amazing rapport. Head turner, hero's flair enhance, style, passion. Okay. I think after this now we're gonna head to the bar and continue the history of the Yakuza franchise. This game is not gonna sell outside of Japan, they thought. Foreigners won't understand it. It should be cancelled immediately. The only reason the game was greenlit in the first place was because of Nagoshi bet his entire career on it. He told SEGA that if it failed, he would take the blame 100%. Of course, the game we've been talking about is Yakuza. It launched in 2005 and almost disappeared without a trace. But the world wasn't done with it. Not yet. The first Yakuza game, released in 2005, while a modest success in Japan, the Western release was awkward to say the least. The localization added swearing, celebrity voice actors, and stripped out some of the cultural nuance. Basically, it was a different game. Worse, it wasn't marketed well. Many gamers outside of Japan didn't know what it was or how to classify the game. Many assumed it was just a GTA clone. I myself remember hearing a lot of people saying it's a Japanese GTA, and I think that continued until actually very recently. People saying, oh, it's GTA in Tokyo or something like this. But those of us who did play it found something different. Yakuza was Shakespeare by way of the back alleys and neon signs. A story about found family and sacrifice. The illusion of honor in a dishonorable world. It was about Kazuma Kiryu, the dragon of Dojima. Stoic, loyal, brutal, but gentle at heart. And that contrast, the heartfelt drama, the absurd humor, the minigames, made it unforgettable and unkillable. After completing every game in the franchise, including the spin-offs, yes, even the one with the zombies, I can say for sure it's one of the best franchises that exists to date. Give a shout out in the comments if you've also played the games and if you enjoyed them. So you see, Yakuza wasn't just about crime, it was about something much deeper. Loyalty, redemption, family, and loss. And as I mentioned, the man behind it all was Kiryu Kazuma, a stoic protector with fists like thunder, and a heart built on unshakable honor. He became the Dragon of Dojima by walking alone. By the mid-2010s, the series was in trouble again though. Yakuza 5 had gotten a digital-only release in the West, which was actually, for me, one of the first digital game purchases I made, as I tend to be more of a physical collector of games. Me, along with a lot of others, maybe you too, were very disappointed that there was no physical release. And actually, it was really hard to get if you lived outside of the States and didn't have a state ID. SEGA was very skeptical about the game, to say the least. But then something very unexpected happened. It was a mix of fan dedication, people literally creating accounts, Western accounts, to get the game, YouTube retrospectives looking back at the series, how far it had come, and a growing interest at that time in niche Japanese games. All of these things helped the franchise resurface, rise from the dead. But then came the killer shot. Yakuza 0. It was a prequel, it was a soft reboot, and it was a masterstroke of genius. Released in 2015, or 2017 globally, so now you're talking 10 years after the original release. Yakuza Yakuza 0 brought everything to the table. A rich, character-driven story, fully retranslated and faithful dialogue, a polished gameplay loop with vintage arcade machines, dance battles, and intense street fights. In my opinion, it didn't bring anything actually more than the original series brought, but it definitely stole the limelight. It exploded on Twitch with review circles, within review circles, and with a new generation of gamers hungry for personality. It was the first time the West had really saw what the Yakuza series was about. The sales skyrocketed, and memes were born. The Baka Mitai became a TikTok hit, and just like that, the dragon rose again. If you remember this time, then tell me what you think helped the series re-emerge successful. One moment, you're delivering justice with a bicycle. The next, you're singing karaoke in a tiger print suit. And that's the magic of Yakuza. It punches you in the heart, just as hard as it punches you, as you punch the thugs in the face. Today, the Yakuza, or now known as Like a Dragon series, is one of SEGA's crown jewels. It has a mainline series reaching over 20,000 copies sold. Spin-offs like Judgment, which I would highly recommend. They're really, really good. But when you're playing all the games, it's actually quite hard to keep up with. Turn-based reinventions like Yakuza, Like a Dragon, and a global fan base that celebrates this quirky, heartfelt charm. What began as a niche crime story, almost killed by corporate fear, has become a defiant symbol of creative authenticity. Not to mention that they bang out a game every year, and they're always quality. So let's talk about the protagonist, Ichiban Kasuga. He brought a new hero, a new tone, turn-based combat. But was the soul still there? Yes, I think it was. Still there and still burning. If Kiryu was stoic justice, Ichiban is hopeful chaos. I would say that the fans have adapted very quickly, because deep down, we don't just play Yakuza. We feel a part of the world, we belong to it. So what does it say about a franchise that keeps going, not just because of money or momentum, but because its players refuse to let it fade? This quiet story, if this quiet story has meant something to you, consider staying a while. We'll talk stories like this every week, whispered, thoughtful, and real. Like and subscribe if you feel the dragon's fire too. So next time someone tells you a game is too niche or too different, too weird to work, remember Kazuma Kiryu, remember the streets of Kamurocho, and remember that the things that often set them